Yeah. Y'all know what it is. Eagles wear boxing. Let's rock. Yep. See me? Yeah, we back, y'all. Um, check out the. What's going on? I'm just tired. Been out of town, so I'm always doing something. But supposed to be able to do something when it's nice. It's nice today, but it's a lot of wind. So all the talking and stuff should be over with. So I guess the press conference still going on. Maybe you guys are still looking at the press conference or something. I don't know. Maybe you guys are. The last pressure is on. So yeah, we're gonna see what it is. All the talking's all over with. So let's get down. Go in there and show the people why you are voted as the most spectacular fighter right now. Let's see it. Let's see. You know what I mean? We got to see. All this other stuff, I don't care about no other stuff. We want to see why are you the most exciting fighter. Everybody's saying that he's the most exciting fighter. But a lot of people saying that he don't talk. Speaking of Tank, that but he don't have the skill set that Shakur got. But Shakur ain't. You're not doing nothing, young man. You ain't fighting nobody. You ain't doing nothing. You're just making noise. One minute you talking about retiring. This uh, group of young men today, with all the emotions and stuff. Yeah, um, it's not like you lost a child or something like that. You grieving or you heartbroken over a child or children's decision. Crying over you crying over boxing. You just don't be that passionate about boxing. I mean, and if you are, that means the people that you with, something's wrong. I mean, if you're not getting the fights that you need to get, that means you don't have that kind of control like you think you got. Canelo got all the control, and that's why everybody. That's one reason I feel that people are still putting him in pound for pound is because he has control. So they just put him on pound for pound because they don't want to disrespect him because he have all the, he got control somewhat in boxing. So nobody wants to disrespect him but us. Then we give you, we don't care. I don't care. I don't care. You fight who we need you to fight. You don't fight who you want to fight. You fight who you want to fight when you get that, when you get that win that you deserve to get. You done beat up a couple of people that were smaller than you, and now, I mean, we need to see you go back and fight Bevo at 168 or wherever you want to fight him. He said he'd come down to 168 and whoop your ass again. Mr. 30 piece. You took a 30 piece from somebody, but you didn't want to smoke. I mean, I'm going to stay on you, man. That's going to be all I'm going to always say that if somebody start bringing you up, I'm going to always say, but why did he take a 30 piece from Bevo and never went and got it back? How you let somebody hit you that many times and you didn't go back and get that smoke? Stop. But the issue here is Tank versus Martin. I don't know if you guys understand the wording. Yeah. But somebody's smart enough. Somebody's smart enough, they'll get it. I mean, they'll get what I wrote. They'll understand that. I sometimes I make military references to stuff, but, yeah. And sometimes I don't. But yeah, so my schedule That's what I forgot. You know, I was gonna show y'all that I have a schedule. I was gonna show y'all that. Yeah, I got a lot of work coming up. Not a lot of work. So I'll be doing that. But we look at, let's say, but for instance, the F Martin, not F Martin, you know what I mean. I'm Martin. I'm not saying F you, but anyway. But yeah. So we look at this, and we look at it in a certain light, and everybody's expecting for Tank to go in there and just knock him out in a couple of rounds. He's supposed to be the least skilled fighter that Tank has faced. Well, and these words aren't coming from me. I'm a parrot right now, so I'm just repeating some of the narratives that I heard. You know, that Martin don't have enough sting to put somebody out. Ali claimed that he didn't hit hard. Does he have any knockouts? Sugar Ray Leonard claimed that he didn't hit hard. Does he have any knockouts? You guys got to be very careful when you start selecting that somebody don't have enough, power and stuff like that to hurt somebody, because in a professional fight, it's not always the hardest shot that puts you down and puts you out. Sometimes it's just that it's that shot that you didn't see. You're looking and you're focusing, and you're looking at one. Let's say, for instance, you're focusing on one thing that you see. In a split second, you move around. You still focusing, but somebody made a change up that you didn't see. You didn't record it until like the punch was coming. Like, here comes the punch. Oh shit! They throwing it. It's too late. Before you register it, you got clipped. And once you get clipped, now you're down. Not necessarily out, but now you're down. You're taking some kind of account. Why am I down here? Why am I taking account? I'm in good shape. Who was it, Gene Tunney? Or I'm not 100% sure. I think it was Gene Tunney was explaining that one time, that he was out and didn't know he was out, but he was looking up at the fighter. I think it was Sugar Ray Robinson. He was looking up at him, and he seen him dancing and stuff, like celebrating. He's like, damn, this guy must have a lot of energy to be up there celebrating. We in a fight right now. He up there celebrating. No, but he didn't know, hey, you just got turned into an infant mind when you was on that ground. And I seen a photo today. I was looking at Broner. Broner had his tooth knocked out. But I was looking at like 4 more teeth. Looked like they dead, man. Well, Cobb knocked the nerve endings out of Broner's mouth. So it might not just be that one tooth. He might end up losing some teeth from nerve damage. And that's not a good thing, man. We might have to get a whole plate put up in the front. I'll just get a partial right now. Just get a little fake tooth or something and try to bleach them out. But yeah, if you get your tooth knocked out like that, it's like not good. When you're boxing, you really don't go get your teeth fixed like that. It's like they said, a broken nose. If you're a fighter and you get a broken nose, you just get it fixed later on in your career. Once your career is over with. Because once you get it broke, you're gonna have to wait out that time, and then it might end up getting broke again. Speaking of broke noses, that's one thing that I kind of missed that about your Tank. Tank was breaking noses and stuff at first. He was smashing faces in the beginning. And I'm not saying how skilled these guys were, but they were professional fighters. But I remember when he first came out, man, he was breaking faces. I'm not sure I haven't seen him break faces lately. Ryan Garcia, he didn't break his face. He didn't break Rolly's face. He put them all out, but I remember he was like, when he was like breaking people's faces, he was making people just do like the complete stanky leg and stuff. Even Leo Santa Cruz, he didn't break his face, but but that was a devastating knockout though. I mean that knockout there, that was like a that should be, as far as knockouts concerned, it's in top 10. I don't know how high, but that's in top 10 of all of knockouts. You know, of all time knockouts. That's in top 10. I don't know exactly what number to put on it, but that's top 10. That uppercut, that was just because even the announcer was running his mouth, and just like the Brazil versus Wilder, that's in the top 10. I put those. I put the Wilder in top 10. It probably should be anyway, both of them, because mostly I was happy because the announcer was just about to praise the other fighter. Same thing with the Tank Davis fight. Is the announcer was just, I think it was Al Bernstein, was just about to praise Leo Santa Cruz for taking uppercuts and saying that if Tank thinks he's gonna get him out of here with one of those uppercuts, oh no, and before he could get the sentence out, Leo was down, and everybody was up in arms like, oh shit, he just got killed. You know, it's like, and sometimes you look at good champions, look at people that you like to see fight, and you look at, you know, people with like, you know, good resumes, good people that, you know, good guys, considered good guys. Like Pacquiao was considered a good guy, but when he got knocked the F out, it was like everybody just was in so much shock they didn't know what to do. Roy Jones was, oh, he's not getting up. I remember because they was thinking that he was just down, but Roy Jones said, no, he ain't getting up because he was actual. That was an actual. Pacquiao got actually slept. When you talk about sleeping somebody, that's what you call it in Santa Cruz too. That's what you call an actual sleep. Brazil went to sleep, but he had nightmares and started trying to get up. Pacquiao went down. It looked. I mean, he was laying in that same position to where when you knock out, if you play punch out and you knock out bald bull, he was looking the same way. Just laid out. You know, so I don't know which stretcher is worse. I don't know if you being stretched on your back is worse or being stretched on your front. So I don't know. But anyway, yeah, I got a amazing schedule coming up. You know, for me to opportunities for me to make a little bit of bread, baby. But yeah, I put up that Warthog, and if you guys don't know what the Warthog is, it's what they call a tank destroyer. It's an Air Force, I believe it's Air Force or Navy. I think it's Air Force, if I'm not mistaken. Air Force, more or less flying. It's a flying tank destroyer. You know, a flying weapon. That's all it is. That's all the purpose it does. It does not. It was maneuverable. It's not really fast. It's probably not even. It's probably not faster than a commercial airliner. But it wasn't. It's made for slower speeds. Like, okay, you got a tank over there. It just destroys tanks. But it itself is hard to. You can't really destroy it because it's made out of titanium. So it's not too much work you're gonna put in on that. And usually it's close range, so it's in and then it's back out. It's not going a long distance to get you. You know, they launching it from a short distance. It's coming to get you. You know, it knows the assignment and then it's getting back out of there. So that's why I put it up there. You know, I'm just trying to be clever with words, but hopefully somebody gets what I'm talking about. But I see Martin. So I think you got two southpaws, you know, going at each other. And they're both thinkers when it comes to boxing. So that might make for like a kind of a boring fight if we can't get one of them to like engage. So I don't know if because Tank is not gonna just run straight at him, and Martin's just not that type of fighter. So the first maybe 5 rounds might be kind of lackluster, where you're gonna be scratching your head. You don't know who to give the round to. 6th round, maybe somebody will finally start touching each other. They'll finally start touching each other a little bit, you know. But I think it's gonna be more of a fight where, oh, you got me with one, I get you back with one. You got me with one, I get you back with one. Before it turns into like an all-out like special fight, because it can be a special fight, but it's just gonna be, it's gonna take. I think it's gonna take courses. It's gonna take the courses ups and downs. It's gonna be slow. Then there's gonna be like hard action, no action, hard action, no action, and then action. I would say the money rounds, those last, at least the last 3 rounds, at least 10, 11, 12. This is going to be like up in the air. Maybe 9, 10, 11, 12. That maybe we get a little bit more action out of these guys. And so that, I mean, that's what I see. That's the way I see it. I don't know what you guys see. You guys see us take this blowing them out. But I don't know. I don't know. I'm not really picking a winner. You guys know how I feel about Tank, but you know, so we'll go with, we'll just, you know, throw Tank out there. Say the Tank gets the dub. But whoever wins, it's all fair game for me. I don't care. There's no money for me riding on it. No sweat. I'll go play the lottery. Speaking of that, guy had bought some lottery tickets. That, I don't know if it's a true story or not, but he left his tickets at the counter at the store. I guess one of the cashiers or something, the guy picks him up and puts him away for him in case he sees him again. Guy comes back through and gets the tickets. Find out he won like over, I think, $200 and something million. And the question was, what would you give the guy for, you know, giving you for retrieving your tickets? What would you have rewarded him with? And a lot of people said $10 million, $1 million, nothing, and just all kinds of stuff. I said, man, I'll split that shit half with him. I didn't know I was gonna win that kind of money. I'll make him, you know, we probably get paid more money anyway. Probably get paid the same amount of money if I say he's half, you know, he's half owner. We both claim it. I'll let him sign the ticket with me. We go pick up that money. Said, matter of fact, I might let a couple of more people sign the ticket with me. To be honest, I might, if I win a lottery like that, believe me, if I won a lottery that was a lot of money like that, man, shit, me and somebody else, me and 10 other people is signing that ticket. Well, if I know 10 people. You see, me, my boy, shit. It'd be hard past one person. So 2 of us is signing it for sure. Signing the ticket. I'm gonna try to get 10 people. Why not make 10 people, 10 people wealthy with you? You know what I mean? Why not take 10 people with you? Selfish ass bastard. Take 10 people with you and make them, get them some money. I got money anyway. I wouldn't really be tripping. Ain't too much I'm gonna buy with that nowhere. If I won let's say for instance I won like $800 million, man, please. They gonna take, that's already, I'm only getting 3 of that. I'm getting 3 or something like that. Out of 800, I'm getting 300 or 200 and something out of that. Man, please. I'll settle for, if that's all I'm gonna get, why not bless somebody? If I'm getting, think about it, I'm getting 2. Or, okay, let's say 800. So I get 8, so there's 8 people all together. So it's 8 people all together. So we're gonna get at least, we're gonna get more, we're gonna get to 50 each. 50 times 8, that's 400. That's more than I would have got on my own. And plus, you can always offer it to them. Say, man, look, you're gonna sign this little contract between me and you. I'm setting you up with this, for tax purposes. They're gonna take the money. They're gonna take the money out. But if you want, if you really want them, if you really need to be, greedy, then tell them, hey, man, that just hit me back after you pay the taxes. Just hit me back with half of the money that you take home, and just do that, say 8 times, whatever, and you got more. You still got more of your money. Don't matter. You still bless them up. You still got more of your money. I don't know. All this selfish bullshit, 10 million or a million, and you more or less played yourself on that, man. Please, you better give somebody some money. Stop being so damn selfish and greedy. You don't need all that. What you gonna do? Buy a big house, swimming pool, and all that, tennis court, basketball court, and all that? Wasting on Bugattis or something? What you gonna do? Waste your money? You dumb. You're a dummy in the first place if you go shit. You get the Bugatti for a business trip, just like a yacht or anything else. Rent that shit out. Lease that shit. That way you write everything off. All my pleasure would be, instead of me having to go get it washed and all the insurance and all that, just lease everything out, and then when you finish with it, get some more stuff to lease or whatever. But they got that little, rent to own place or whatever. Hey, lease all your stuff. Just like on Brewster's Million, just do that. I just watched that movie. I know they got two of those. They're both old, but one of them's older than the other one. Yeah. I was looking at how the dude was he leased everything. Leased his suits. Everything was leased. So he had to really worry about nothing. The people, they come pick everything up. You want to change furniture? Say you lease it. Say I'll just bring some new furniture. Y'all can pick this old shit up. That's all good. You ain't got to worry about moving. If you move somewhere, shit. If everything's leased, what you do? You grab your personal items, couple of small gifts or something, whatever, and that's it. Everything fits in your suitcase. They just come pick up everything else. Shit, they pick up everything else, even on your house. Lease that. Then you ain't got to worry about selling it and losing money like a lot of these people. They spend $50 million on a house, and then they can't sell it. They can't sell it for half that. Shit, you could have took half of that $25 million. You could have just leased your place. And said, you know what? Let's get out of here, and been out. No responsibilities, no permanent residence like that. I don't know. That's just my advice. They don't never talk about that. Shit, I ain't paying all this property tax. That's whoever own it. Let them. They got to pay all that. Let me just live here for a while until I get tired of it and just go somewhere else. Then I might want a smaller place. Sometime I might want a smaller place. Sometime I might want a bigger place. If I'm in a tropical area, I probably want a nice big place. If I'm in a cold environment, I might want a little bit smaller place. Thinking outside the box. If you know why I want a big place if I'm in a tropical area. You know, and if you don't know, then just ain't gonna know. If I'm in a cold spot, I'm on just a nice little cabin. I'm good. Just stay in there for a minute. You know what I mean? Then out. I'm not saying don't own anything. But if you're gonna own something, own it where they don't, where they're not gonna charge you for the property use, because that's what it really is. There's no tax. It's use. It's land use. That's what you're getting. That's a land use fine. It's a fine. Actually, a tax on land like that is a fine. They're fining you for having the nerve to set up a domain and own some land. That's all. It's a penalty. It's a penalty. That's all it is. Property tax, all this shit. It's just a penalty. It's a penalty for you using their money and all that. That's all it is. It's a penalty. Because some places, once you own something, that's yours. The government is more happy that they got your money. I don't know. Nobody's ever going to teach you that. They're never going to figure it out. They're not going to teach you because they don't really care. I try to tell somebody even about the little codes on back of items, but you end up getting your video taken down or your stream taken down if you start telling so much. But anyway, go out there, Frank, and show us what y'all got. And so I think it's going to be a pretty decent one. But we're going to see. It might be a little bit slow, but we're going to check it out. See what it is. I'm not sure from here Friday, but maybe so. I appreciate y'all coming back in and watching later because I'm not going to sit here, and because I wanted to have the discussion, because that's, if you see what the discussion is, it was about uh, Martin. I don't know if Bruce knows what that is. Bruce Gas. I see him. Salute. Yeah, I was about to get out of here, Bruce. Yeah. Hey, nobody showed up, Bruce. They don't understand. They don't know. I did that for Sir Flame too, though, because Sir Flame likes, they like kind of military stuff. DB, I don't see him. A lot of people don't know what the Warthog is, but we're going to see what it does, Bruce. Oh, there now. Oh, now they're going to give codes. Every time I tell everybody I'm gone, and here they come. I think they be listening to me. I see you out there, Gil. Hey, y'all, sir finally came back, man. Oh, y'all, sir, he came back the last. He came back the last show. Finally, your buddy was here, Gil. Your buddy, Mr. Gumbo, was in here. But yeah, y'all, sir finally showed his face after Fury lost. But hey, I told him, man, that that weekend, that was just not a good weekend for a lot of people when it came to making bets on fights, or making, not even necessarily bets, but coming on predicting on fights. That was not a good weekend. Just, it wasn't. I know everybody was hoping on Wilder, but just like I said, Wilder just, I don't trust him no more. Go back to not knowing nothing. That's what you do. Go back to what you did. What got you where you at now? Just go back to not knowing nothing, and just all you know is that you just out there fighting, and eventually you gonna catch somebody. That's what you do. But all that backfooting and backstepping and shit, get you beat up. Yeah, but I was looking at that photo pretty close to Broner. Broner's teeth look like his front teeth are dead, even though that one tooth is missing. So he better have that checked out, man, because if those teeth are dead, they gonna fall out. That's bad though. Yep. Anyway, Gil said sup, eating well, and also I double me and Gil are here. Me and Gil. No, that's cool. Bruce is at Gil Cole. Salute. This weekend might be even worse. Before you leave, Take versus Frank. Yeah, you see what I put up, man. I don't know, Gil. You know a little bit about military stuff, but if I put the, is Martin gonna be the? Is he gonna be the? Is he gonna be the Warthog? Is he gonna be the take stopper? I mean, it can happen, man. I just don't. I don't know. When you go into a fight nervous yourself, you're always gonna be nervous before a fight. You might even take a bunch of shits before a fight, just because you're you just don't. You just like up until that point, and then once you get in there, you're like, shit, we gotta get this going now. But if you got that much confidence, but you got a rematch clause, then I don't know, man. Maybe that cockiness and shit. Maybe he's just thinking, this guy can get by me. He's starting to think more realistically. He's getting older, and he's starting to think more. He's not old, but he's getting older, so he's starting to think more realistic about fights and stuff. You see what I mean? I'm still leaning towards him. I'm leaning towards Tank still, but I can see it slipping away from him. Because he has fought less. To me, he's fought lesser opponents, and was losing pretty bad sometimes. He loses. Loses bad, and then all of a sudden, from nowhere, that dynamite comes out, and he stops him. I just see it like, because I mentioned everything before y'all got here. I don't know if Bruce was here, but I see it being a pity-pat fight in the beginning. Like, just too much. The first 5 rounds, I see just like a chess match. And then finally somebody in the corner yells at them, and then they have to step up a little bit. Then after that, so I see like a chess match, And then after that, I tag you, you tag me. I don't really see a whole like combination punching. Tank got some good combinations, but I don't see him getting off a whole bunch of combinations at first. So I see them both like trying to show each other something like, oh, you hit me, I hit you. You hit me, I hit you, like that. And then it just gets too ridiculous, and then the corner says, you know what, you got to make some kind of fight out there. You need to go out there and touch him, and it's still gonna be hard to touch Frank for Tank. But he goes out there and finally touches him. But then I see him going at it a little bit. I see at least a good 2 or 3 rounds where they really going at it. Maybe even the last few rounds, like 10, 11, 12, where they really just got to go at each other. I think it's just going to be a late fight. I don't know if it's going to be a stoppage or nothing like that. I'm not sure. I think Frank should press and try to smother Tank. He said my homies think he should try to outbox Tank. But he's not really a pressure fighter though. He's Tank kind of waits. Tank wants to counter you, but the thing about Martin is you ain't really gonna. It's gonna be harder to just counter Martin like that. You can do it, but I just don't. I don't know. I just don't know that he really counters Martin. You feel me? He can. I'm not saying he can't counter Martin, but I'm just saying I don't see him really countering Martin. I think Martin should put a little pressure on him. I think he should. That sounds like a good strategy. Like put a little pressure on him. I would say that Martin, go ahead and get those early points. Get those early points. So that's a good point. So here's a key. So a key would be get the early points. Get Tank into get Tank into a area. No, he's not. I don't think he's even gonna knock out Martin. He might. I'll come back and we'll talk about it if it happens. But I don't think he's gonna KO him. I just don't. I would say that Martin to get ahead on points to where Tank gets frustrated, and then middle rounds. Make him so he has to come forward, and he has to try, like a lot of his traps that Tank uses, a lot of his traps they don't work when he's coming forward, and that's why it's going to be hard that's why I think it's going to be harder for him to get Martin, because a lot of his traps, when he don't got you hurt, his traps don't, his traps are usually on his back foot. Like that one trap that he uses, on that left back foot, that one trap that he uses, where he just kind of like he's just going like this, like this, and just backing up slowly, where he's loading up that back leg, and then he's just like throwing to the belly or something like that, throwing to the belly. And then you come charging in, and then just boom, he just shoots it out. That one trap, that's a pretty decent trick. It's a pretty decent trap. I could see it when it's about to happen. I saw he's getting trapped. I said Tank is gonna load up that. He's loading up that left, and he's gonna let it go. It's harder to catch somebody like Martin with those kind of stuff. And if you don't have him hurt, if you got him hurt, maybe you can come forward and try to get him up out of there. But I don't know. I don't know the durability of his chin. I think Tank actually does have a good chin, though. I think both of them probably have great chins. I'll put it that way. I think they both have great chins. But I would say, so Frank Martin, I say for you, is to get up on points early. Put a little pressure. Don't get yourself in danger, but put up pressure. Get them hands on Tank to make Tank more frustrated. Let him pay. Make him run into something. It'll be harder for Tank to catch Martin with a hard left than it would be other fighters that aren't left-handed. I believe. I think Martin is left-handed too, if I'm not mistaken. Y'all let me know if I'm wrong. But I just think it's gonna be harder, and plus the way he fights, it's gonna be harder to just like walk him into. You can't just you can't set up landmines for every fighter. All all fighters don't fall for landmines. Some do, but some just don't fall for them landmines. So yeah, look at it like that. Like you're setting up a mine. Yeah, you setting up a mine for him. Yeah, set up a landmine. He just walk right into it and get exploding on. Yeah. But y'all's little cousin AB, man, I feel bad, man. Oh, AB. I didn't never want to see AB get punished, but I would think that if AB got punished, it'd be somebody else though. Not a Cobb. Come on, he let a cornball on a Cobb smash him up a little bit. That's when you doing more talking than training. That kind of stuff happens to you. Stop talking so much, and let's get the training. Let's get the training done. You know, just stop running your mouth. Let's go. But yeah, I wanted to come in. I just wanted to come in and talk about the this fight a little bit because I'm not sure if I'm gonna be here Friday. I gotta go check. Um, got these long days coming up. But yeah, I can see it being. It could be exciting. There's a lot of ways this fight can go. I mean, I hope it doesn't go. I hope it's like like my little replay. I hope it's like that. I hope it ain't Tank just like getting so frustrated and just not being able to get to him at all, and just getting touched. That usually won't happen. But I can see it being exciting. Like I can see it getting exciting two times in the fight. I can see it getting exciting. 6, 7, and 8 be exciting. 9 not be so excited, and then the last 3 rounds being like exciting, like ooh ooh ooh, like we make it where you start going like this, like you're taking the uppercut, like ooh, ooh. I can see it like that. But we have to wait and see how we gotta wait and see how it plays out. That's all we can do. We always have to wait to see how these fights play out. Hopefully we're not getting played. And like I said, Gil Coles, in the back of my mind, I'm still not 100% sure, sir, that we're not getting played by any of these sports, like basketball, football, boxing. I'm not sure that we're just getting played by everything in this life. We just getting entertainment. Because like I said, I always listen to words, and when I heard MTM talk about, sports entertainment, I'm like, yeah, it's probably, maybe boxing is a sports entertainment now. They just laughing at us like, yeah, I got knocked out, and you wasn't really even out. Just think about it, man, because we don't know what's in them gloves. We don't know if those gloves are pumped up with air or something like that, and you don't even feel nothing when you get hit. You don't know. Some of them, you can look at them and they look real, like the stuffing's all beat out of them. But I don't know, man. I don't like to go there, but I don't want to be a fool when it comes to anything, when it comes to sports or anything in life. I just start seeing through stuff. People just don't see it. And my job, my job is not to deceive you. I'm not the deceiver. My job is to just say what I know, and if you get it, you get it, and if you don't get it, it's not for you. At that point, at one point it might be for you, but at that time it's just not for you. And so that's what I try to share with people. I try to share stuff to let you know what my experience is and what I learned. Just like even when it came to that COVID, I showed y'all on camera, and people still don't believe me. I still got it on my phone. I found it on my phone where I took the picture of what was in the encyclopedia from way back in 1989. I show people what all the diseases and stuff are. And if they change the whole dynamic and you believe it, then that's on you. But anyway, let me get out of here, man. I'm starting to lose my voice for some reason. I don't know. I was sneezing the other day. I had these allergies. So, I don't know. I was sneezing. I was out of town. I was over at the coast. I was over in I was somewhere else though. I was in a different area. I actually went to Monterey. So, it was so bad getting up there. But yeah, I went to Monterey. I had fun though. I had fun. I met a lot of unusual people, a lot of nice people, and a lot of weird people all at once. I met everybody, but it was a good experience. It's pretty cool. Anyway, my shout out to all the real people that mess with me, and my shout out to all y'all that mess with me. I said the same thing. Shout out to all the real people I see, and shout out to all y'all that mess with me. Hope y'all still mess with me. Nothing but peace, nothing but uplifting, y'all. Y'all know what it is. No being less. No blessing no more. No being less. Every time I find out about something, I gotta take it out of my vocabulary, just like that morning. I gotta take that morning out. Too many meanings. I'm gonna catch y'all, man.